President of Toys and K-pop label owner, receives Gov't Culture Honor. Most Korean parents may not recognize the name Choi Sin-Gyu, but they know his work. From Beyblade, 1999, to Hello Carbot, 2014, and Turning Mecard, 2017. His characters have filled toy chests, TV screens, and playgrounds across the country. Now, the man behind those childhood memories has been awarded one of Korea's highest cultural honors. On November 7, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism revealed this year's recipients of the Order of Culture Merit. Among the 17 honorees, including novelist Hwang Sok-young and cellist Yang Sung-won, was 69-year-old Choi, CEO of Choi Creative Lab, who received the Hwagwon Order of Culture Merit. Authorities investigate toy gun incident near Thai embassy with no physical harm. A toy story unfolds in Ulsan as donations go from broken to beloved again. The Labubu effect. Crowds continue at Korea's Pop Mart stores despite lack of iconic toy. Korean parents warned over dangers of sensory toy after death of child in U.S. Police called on man fiddling with toy gun ahead of presidential election. While it may seem unusual for a business owner to receive a national honor for cultural achievement, almost all Korean parents are familiar with Choi's creations, from buying toys or watching shows with their children. A first-generation content producer, Choi launched Korea's spinning top craze in the early 2000s by bringing in Japan's Beyblade franchise, and then went on to plan and produce hit children's series such as Hello Carbot and Turning Mecard. He served as executive director for film adaptations of these series, writing and composing the full soundtracks himself. Since 2015, Choi has led Choi Creative Lab, shifting his focus to artist management and music production. He also served as organizing committee chairman for the 32nd Seoul Music Awards in 2023. When the Jungang Ilbo met Choi on Thursday at Choi Creative Lab's office in Mokdong, Yangcheon District, Western Seoul, he offered a business card that did not feature his contact details, but rather the images of the characters he created. Like Pentastorm, the fusion robot from Hello Carbot, Nachin, the boy hero of Turning Mecard, and Cherry, a magical girl with mysterious powers. Below the characters was his nickname, the President of Toys. Rather than chasing short-term profit, it was the bold reinvestments I made with the long view in mind that led to this recognition, Choi said, reflecting on his award. Korean animation had little staying power in the early 2000s, mainly due to astronomical production costs, he continued. Even after the success of Beyblade, I couldn't find anyone willing to produce Turning Mecard. So I invested 18 billion won, $12.2 million, of my own money. Reinvestment is key. That's why I always start by making the toy. It becomes the main source of funding for the next animation and character development. Though Choi has brought joy and inspiration to countless children, his own childhood was anything but easy. His father died when he was 3, and his mother raised 5 children by working as a street vendor. He dropped out of elementary school in 3rd grade and began working at a jewelry store in Yeongdeunpo District, Western Seoul, at age 13, learning metal craft. He later honed casting and mold-making skills at a foundry. Still, Choi describes his childhood as quite happy. Sometimes, I feel like I'm still that 12-year-old staring up at the sky, while waiting for my mom to come home, he said. I used to follow ants down the street and give them food, or find joy just watching leaves blow in the wind. My content ideas come from memories like those. Choi's connection with children began in 1983, when he was asked to develop a toy vending machine. After creating a hit non-toxic sticky toy, he fully immersed himself in toy development. He later invested in Korean animations like White Heart Baku, 2001, before teaming up with Japanese toy giant Takara Tomy to launch Beyblade in Korea. With its accompanying signature spinning toys that launch with a pull chain, allowing kids to pit their toys against each other, the toys and series went on to generate around 1 trillion won in global sales. Having once been immersed in animation and toys, Choi now focuses on music and entertainment. Since handing over toy and animation company Choi Contents Company to his son, Choi Jong-il, in 2015, he has built a second act as a producer and composer. In this business, reading children's minds is crucial. And I felt that job should go to someone younger, he said. But once I stepped back, I felt frustrated and restless for 3 straight months. I even wanted to meddle in my son's work. That's when I began composing, in earnest, taking lessons from professional songwriters and talking with singers. Eventually, that led me to start an entertainment agency. Choi Creative Lab is now home to a diverse roster of artists, including trot singers Kim Yeon-ja and Hwang Min-woo, as well as K-pop girl group H1K. Choi said he is exploring the idea of idol characters that combine music and storytelling, similar to Hunter/X from the Netflix hit film, Cop Demon Hunters. Just as he turned the Beyblade cartoon's spinning top tournament into a real-world competition, Choi envisions entertainers who straddle online and offline worlds. One day, H1K's label told me they were in financial trouble and asked me to take over. I initially declined several times, but after meeting the members, I changed my mind and signed them without even hearing their songs, he said with a laugh. Who would have thought I'd end up in K-pop? But now, combining music, animation, and merchandise feels like destiny. I might be the only person in Korea who's deeply explored all three. This article was originally written in Korean and translated by a bilingual reporter with the help of generative AI tools. It was then edited by a native English-speaking editor. All AI-assisted translations are reviewed and refined by our newsroom.